morning. Hello. How are you? How are you guys? Good morning. Good morning. Hello, Abby. Mariette. Hello. Hello. Hello, everyone. Julian, Julia, Tanya, and everyone else. I think Anna might, maybe. Anyone else? Hello, Mark. Mark, you're not going to swear today. It's a good day. It's a good day. So today we're going to have a very flowy.
I thought Ferdinand said he wanted a very tough class today.
Oh, Ferdy said he wanted core and powerful.
He only does Sundays, isn't he?
He only does Sundays, and it's been too easy for him. So we're going to really go for it today. No, I'm joking. It's a slow class today. It's going to be lovely. So you can go back into child's pose and push your bum back. It's going to be a bit repetitive, but we're going to break a normal flow that we usually do, going up and down into groups. And we're going to repeat the groups. And at the end, we're going to have a full flow that we've broken down into groups. And it's very relaxing. Child's pose, and wiggle yourself, wiggle your bum down onto your heels, walk your hands. Thank you, Raul. You can go now. Oh, okay. just there. There you go. Julian, is your dog watching my dog again? Wiggle, stretch. And you can also tell me where it's hurting, because my shoulder is definitely hurting a bit.
Mine is.
Bum down and do wiggle it down. See if you can really get that bum down, that tummy in.
I cannot get the tummy in.
No swear Sunday. That's a good one. Yes, easily watching. Holly, you've got a friend. Go look, there's your friend. It's like crazy woman.
Oh.
Okay, so from child's pose, and Louis, if you don't like this, you can just stay in child's pose. We're going to flow into a cobra. Shrug the shoulders back. Take a nice deep breath in. And exhale all the way down to the mat. Bring your hands next to your sides, a little bit further down than where it was. Next to your chest, a little bit lower even. And then just push your arms back next to your side. It can go out a little bit, but try and keep it nice and close. And we're going to lift up into a cobra again. But before we go up, just make sure your tummy is in. And then lift up the chest. Stretch it up. Hold it there. Shoulders back. Push back to child's pose. All the way down. So again, wiggle it down until your bum is as far down as you can get it. And flow it forward into a cobra again. Shrug the shoulders back, keep the tummy in. And exhale all the way down to the mat. If your arms haven't moved back, move them back, your hands a little bit. And lift up into a cobra again. Tummy in. Push back to child's pose. Wiggle it down. Stretch it out. And then get your tummy nice and close to your spine. So really tuck that in. See if that helps getting that tailbone down onto your heels. And then we're going to go up onto our hands and knees. And we're just going to thread the needle. Left arm through right. Thread the needle. We are going to take that top hand, so the hand that's over the head. We're going to take that, bind it behind our back, opposite hip, if you can touch it. Lift up that shoulder. Don't press too much into your neck. And also you can just move your arm if you feel like, what the hell? And then as your bum kind of leans over, just push it back into alignment. Bring that hand that's bound all the way back to the front. Push your bum even further back into alignment. And lift it back up onto your hands and knees. Push into a cat stretch. Keep that tummy tucked in. Push it back to a child. So keep that pelvic curl, posterior tilt Push the bum down. It should go down easier if you've got that rounding in your back. Did you feel that?
Yeah.
Flow it forward into a go. And back to child's pose. Onto your hands and knees. Just align. Thread the right hand through the left with the shoulder down, and you can bind the hand that's loose. Square out your bum. Take that arm all the way over, drop it at the front. Push your bum into alignment and lift it up into hands and knees. Push into a cat stretch. Keep that tummy tucked in. Now hold that cat stretch all the way down onto your bum. And then walk your hands forward. Slide into your cobra again. Open up your chest. Back to child's pose. Onto your hands and knees. Push into a cat stretch. Tuck your toes under downward dog. And walk it out. Take your time. Tummy in. Don't force any of the stretches. Make sure your shoulders is locked out so that you don't pinch it. Get the cracks out. Get the cracks out. We'll wait for me to get mine out. Go onto your toes. Lean forward a little bit. Keep the tummy in. Push your bum to the back of the room and drop your heels. Forwards to plank. Just hold the plank. Back to downward dog. Press the heels down. Lift up the bum. Tummy in. Lift up your right leg. And tuck it into your chest, bring it to the front of the mat, help it along with the back knee down and lift up into a low lunge. Tuck that tailbone way in, hold that stretch. You're going to dip towards the right and then open up. Push that shoulder back a little bit, open up your chest. Keep that tailbone tucked in. Rotate back. And all the way to the top, tailbone in. Hands to the mat. Lift up your back knee and step it back to downward dog. Fingertips squeezed into the mat so that your palms doesn't take all the pressure. Lift up onto your toes. Tuck your tummy in, push back. Come to the back of the room, drop your heels. Forwards to plank. Keep everything nice and strong. Hold it there.
I'm just going to do it off the back.
And push it back to down dog. Lift up your left leg. Tummy in. Tuck it into your chest. Bring it to the front of the mat. Put the back knee down. Lift up all the way on top of that back knee. Ah!
You okay?
Yeah. Dip towards the left and just open up your chest. Rotate back slowly all the way to the top. Hands to the mat. Step back to downward dog. Oh, something wrong with that knee. I wonder if I bumped it.
Yeah.
Onto your toes and then again do the push back. Make sure the shoulders is locked out. Tummy in, push your bum back and drop your heels. Lift up your right leg. I forgot to go to plank. Let's go to three-legged plank, shall we?
No.
Three-legged plank. Back to three-legged downward dog, sorry.
Tuck it into your chest, bring it to the front of the mat. Don't put the back knee down, lift up into a high lunge. Is anyone else feeling their bum when they did that?
Yeah.
Tummy in and hold. Drop the shoulders. Slowly all the way down to the mat. Keep your torso straight, use your core to drop you. Step it back to downward dog. Onto your toes. Push the bum back, tummy in, drop the heels. Lift up the left leg. Forwards to three-legged plank. That was added. Back to three-legged downward dog. Tuck it into your chest, bring it to the front of the mat. Keep the back knee lifted. And use your core to lift up into a high lunge. Keep the tummy in, ribs in, shoulders down. Hold. Diagonal drop all the way to the floor. Step back to downward dog. Onto your toes. Shoulders locked out, push the bum back. Drop the heels. Forwards to plank. And back to downward dog. So we're going to slowly walk it in to the front of the mat.
Plank downward dog.
Sorry. Bend your legs. Torso over your legs. And again, like child's pose, really lengthen out your back and get your whole torso on your legs. Bend your knees so that you're comfortable. And we're going to roll it up. Stack your spine once your tailbone is tucked in. All the way to the top. Take a nice deep breath in. And just drop your arms. Move a little bit. Okay, shrug the shoulders back. Grab your hands behind your back. Intertwine your fingers, shrug your shoulders back, straighten out your arms. And just hold it. You can lift it up off the bum a little bit. Keep the tummy and ribs in. Just hold that. Good.
I'm so stiff, my shoulders.
If you have overactive pecs, this is going to be very difficult for you.
Is that my problem?
Yeah, so don't worry too much if you can't do it. You can always just grab it
I need to
behind
do
your
it.
back like that. No, don't force it like this, Louis. You can hold it like that, shrugging the shoulders back, or you can do a reverse grab, shrugging the shoulders back. So don't worry too much. Just get the pecs a little bit stretched. And then release the hands and fly up all the way to the top. Feet hip distance apart, toes forward, elbow tucked in, go into a chair pose. You're going to sweep the floor, stay down and straighten out the legs. Not all the way, that all depends on your flexibility. Bend the knees again, sweep the floor, chair pose. Rotate the arms, shrug the shoulders back, tummy in, bum push back. Straighten out. Drop your arms, grab your hands behind your back, shrug your shoulders back, straighten out the arms, or just hold on to your elbows at the back and try not to flare your ribs. Keep the tummy and ribs in. So use your bum to keep your strength. Really tuck in those glutes. Squeeze your 20-pound note. Let your shoulder blades touch at the back if you can manage that. You can lift up the arms as much as you can. Let it fly up. Shrug the shoulders back. Chair pose. Knees and feet forward. Tummy in. Hold shoulders down. And sweep the floor. Stay down. Straighten out the legs. Only to where you can. We're just going to add a little bit. So we're going to go into tabletop. And we're going to exhale down into a forward bend. Relax the shoulders. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, forward bend. Bend the knees. Sweep the floor. Chair pose. Tummy in, ribs in, push back. Straighten out. Drop your arms. Grab your hands behind your back. Straighten out your arms, open up your chest, let the shoulder blades touch, or use hidden option B. Tummy in, ribs in, and then you're just going to loosen your knees a little bit, and we're going to rotate over, getting a little bit of a shoulder rotation. And again, if your shoulders doesn't allow you to do this, don't force it. It is a massive stretch. It is a little bit of a forced stretch, and we don't like that, so just go with the flow. Only go to where you can. Rotate all the way back and all the way up. Let your hands fly up. Shrug the shoulders back. Chair pose. Then drop your arms. Keep them next to your ears. Sweep the floor. Stay down. Straighten out your legs. Only to where you can. Torso. Pivot from your hips. Torso down. Ribs tucked in. Get the weight to the front of the feet if you can. And we're going to go tabletop. You can keep the legs slightly bent, or you can straighten. It's up to you. Just as long as there's no massive pull anywhere, you can go ahead and do whatever you need. If you pull too hard, you're going to get the opposite effect. Okay, inhale, tabletop, exhale, forward bend. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, forward bend. Keep the navel to spine while you're breathing. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, forward bend. Bend the knees, step back to downward dog. Onto your toes. Make sure the hands is nice and broad and pushed into the floor. Back straight, tummy tucked in. Push your bum back, drop your heels. Hold for 3 reps. Big inhale, big exhale. Big inhale. This is a power position, so keep your legs active. Make sure it's an active push back. You're just not loosening up, putting pressure on the joints. Knees to the floor, child's pose. Wiggle your bum down. And roll it up all the way to the top. Shrug the shoulders back. And then as soon as you're at the top, roll yourself down again. But keep your bum down on your heels. Roll yourself down. Walk yourself down into a child's pose, pushing your bum back. And then roll it back up again. Stack your spine until you get to the top. Shrug your shoulders back. And then walk it back down. Shrug the shoulders forward into a child's pose. One last time, roll it back up. Stack your spine. Shrug the shoulders back. And then shrug it forward, roll it back down into child's pose. Slide forward into a cobra. Shrug the shoulders back. Open up the chest. Hold that cobra unless you can't do that back bend. You can always do swings, which is this one. So please do swings if your back is sore. Come all the way down to the floor. So Louis, I'm talking to you. Do swings.
Yeah, my head.
Hands behind, not behind, sorry, next to your chest. Lift up into a cobra or a swings. Louis.
Yes, I'm just trying.
Push back to child's pose. Round up the back.
It's not this one actually, it's the plank dog, I think, that doesn't. Just,
Roll it back up onto your legs. Shrug the shoulders back. This is so relaxing. I'm going to fall asleep. Shrug it forward, roll it back down into a child's pose. Onto your hands and knees. Knees underneath your hips, hands underneath your shoulders. Make sure your fingers are broad and stuck into the floor. Push into a cat stretch. Tuck your toes under, downward dog. Drop your heels down. Forwards to plank. Frog plank. Back to downward dog. Come in. Lift up your right leg. Tuck it into your chest. Bring it to the front of the mat. Put the back knee down. Lift up into a low lunge. Tuck your tailbone in. Really squeeze that bum. Squeeze your glutes as hard as you can. That's going to make your tailbone tuck as hard as you can. So really squeeze that half 20-pound load. Drop the shoulders down. Hands to the mat. Lift up your back knee. And bend your front knee. Use your core to lift you up. All the way to a high lunge. Tummy in. When we drop down, keep your arms next to your ears until you get to a point where you have to drop your arms. That's going to keep everything nice and active. So drop it forward diagonally. And then take the hands to the mat. Step it back to downward dog. Forwards to plank. Tighten up. Hold everything together. Tummy in. All the way back to downward dog. Keep everything active. Legs push back. Lift up your left leg. Tuck it into your chest. Bring it to the front of the mat. Put the back knee down. Lift up. Use your core. Arms next to your ears. Shrug the shoulders back and down. Now use your glutes. Just squeeze that tailbone forward as much as you can. As much power as you can put in there. Squeeze it forward. Really, I think when you think you're doing it hard enough, you can probably go a little bit further. So go for it. Drop diagonally, put the hands on the mat, tuck the tailbone, the knees, toes under. Lift up and use your core once your arms next to your ears into a low lunge. Oops. Come in. Again, tuck that back bum. Hold that. Hands to the mat. Step it in to the front of the mat. Bend your knees, torso down. Raggedy dog. Sweep the floor. Lift up into a chair pose. Arms next to your ears, bum push back. Knees and feet forward, keep distance apart. So just do that. Straighten out. Drop your arms. Hands behind your back, shrug your shoulders back, open up your chest. Keep the ribs in, so don't arch and push it forward. Bum in, ribs in, shoulders back. Fly your arms up. Arms next to your ears, drop the shoulders. Chair pose. Ribs in, sweep the floor, stay down, straighten out the legs. Only to where you can, take your time. Hold your torso over your legs. Inhale to a tabletop. Exhale to a forward bend. Inhale to a tabletop. Exhale to a forward bend. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, forward bend. Bend the knees in. Sweep the floor, lift up into a chair pose. Straighten out, drop the arms. Hands behind your back, straighten out the shoulders. Push the shoulders back, sorry. Loose knees, rotate over to stretch out and rotate. Again, this is optional. If you struggle with this, don't do it. It can be quite a severe twisty thingy. Let go, bring it back. Sweep your arms up into chair pose. Sweep the floor. Step back to downward dog. Everything strong, pushing the shoulders back, tummy in, back straight, heels down. Hold, knees to the floor. Child's pose. Roll it up. Keep the tummy tucked in. That helps you with that spine roll. Shrug the shoulders back. And then you can sit on your bottoms. Okay. We're going to take one leg out, one leg in. Sit up nice and high. You're going to slide down the leg. That's long. Keep the shoulders. I'm doing this from the side so that you can see the difference today. So with this leg out, if you slide down and you bring this arm over looking like this, you're leaning forward. What you are trying to do is you're starting to stay straight. You can use this arm to push against the leg and bring this arm over in a straight line. So this is the difference, that versus that. So just be aware of that. Sorry, you can come up again. That was an explanation. Keep the tummy in, keep nice and straight. Don't force this, especially if you have back issues. You only go a little bit. Slide down the long leg. Okay, so use this arm to hook and then take the top arm over. So you don't have to go further than this. Some people are very flexible and their C curve and waist and everything is quite loose and they can go crazy, but don't go crazy. You can send that hand to the opposite corner of the room and that's fine. Keep your tummy in, try not to roll out your back to compensate. Keep the tummy in. Now drop that arm down and then lift it up all the way to the top. Roll it forward. And again, I'm doing this from the side so that you can see. If you roll it forward and you kind of push your tailbone back and go down, you've got that roundness in your back. What you should try and do is roll it forward, your tailbone lifts up a little bit onto your pubis and then go down. You should feel that.
I keep going to one spot.
So Louis goes towards the leg that's bent in, which is quite normal. Once you're there, you can always go that way. Once you're there and you're comfortable, you can start to push yourself towards the middle. Can you do that?
Mm-hmm.
So go from there.
We need something to hold on to, I think.
So that's the sound you shouldn't make. Come back up. Where's the pain?
It's not pain. I just can't get.
Both seat bones down.
I just can't get.
No, put that foot so far in. Take it out.
Where? Like that.
I'll show you now. Roll it up all the way to the top and switch sides.
What?
Okay, sit up nice and high. And again, we're sliding down that long leg. You don't have to go far. Take the arm over the head. So this side of me is extremely tight. So I won't be able to go. The other side's fine. I won't be able.
Is this an example that we're doing?
No, we're doing it. So don't force this further than you can. Drop that arm down and then lift it up all the way to the top. You can take the feet there. You don't have to bring it so close.
There.
Now just balance yourself on both seat bones. I think it was a good example of what can go wrong.
There. Okay. Just carry on.
And then walk it down again. Don't push your tailbone into the floor. Keep your back straight. Walk it down. And then if you are leaning towards this leg, that's fine. You can hold it there. And then as you start to loosen up, walk it into the middle and keep the seat bones down.
What is the
Chin. So where do you feel it, Louis?
I just can't get down.
Where do you feel it?
I don't know.
Okay, now stay up.
I just do
I
it.
was trying to see why his back is sore.
I just do a little bit.
And roll it back up.
all the way to the top. Bring both knees in. Half lotus, full lotus, that's up to you. This is something I cannot do for the life of me. If you are in half lotus or full lotus, just be careful that don't injure your ankles.
Your ankle.
Take a nice deep breath in. And then drop your arms. Bring your arms in. Drop your arms on both knees. Sit up nice and high. So we're going to push back into our tailbone, round out our back. And then slowly lift it up. So you're doing cat and cow in a seated until you get to the top. Shrug your shoulders back. And then again, drop it down. Now next time you come up, don't let your ribs flare. Keep them in. So everything is tucked in, but your spine is moving. And one more time. Lower it down. And lower it up. Balance on. You can just sit normal cross legs, really. Take your opposite hand over your opposite knee. Stay nice and high going into that twist. And rotate it all the way to the other side. And back to the middle. Take a nice deep breath in. And you are done for today. Have a lovely, I hope that was nice and easy. Was it
Nice and straight to your box. I mean, apart from the thing.
So once I switch off the laptop, I'm really going to work on Louis' ability to do that. that was funny. Okay, have a lovely day. I can't do anything other than half lotus. I'm really struggling with that. So this leg is fine. As soon as I put the other leg on, it's agony. Don't know how. I don't have that flexibility in my hips and knees. Apparently, it's not a flexibility you should have. So I don't know why I'm trying to do something that is not necessarily safe. But hey ho, have a lovely day. See you all tomorrow morning for some sort of activation. Have a lovely Sunday. Bye.